Oh, don't show that sign. It has a Dianetic sign with a QR code. I'm not gonna set my people up for that. We don't play that game. Uh, so let's see if any of these recruiters are down here. When they're down here recruiting, they're down here right at the light. I gotta check my watch to see. Okay, it's 3:38. I got 22 minutes. Let's see if we can go find some Scientologists. I heard a chirp of a police siren. I'm hoping I can bump into a few. So years ago, before I started fucking with the Scientologists in this way, during COVID, they used to have a security guard at that same building, that recruiting building. They used to have a security guard over there. I used to talk to him every now and then, walking by. We had a, it was just cool. I wasn't fucking with him like that. With that having been said, I saw him again at the Christmas parade. He was walking around handing out flyers. He was a black guy. But he looked like he lost a ton of weight over the last 2 years. Like they literally, I heard they feed him nothing but rice and beans. That might be the case with him, and a small portion at that. I see any recruiters out here? I don't. See, the children's hospitals, they'll go right over there to the children's hospital and prey on people, you know? But I don't see them out here. They're usually at one of these corners. I don't see anybody. Well, that's good to know. Because honestly, over here, the only people, you know who they're going to be preying on? Latinos. That's what they're going to be preying on, Latinos. And they're good at making sure all the recruiters speak Spanish. Well, they're not out here. I don't know how they're making their money. Like I said, they were absolutely dependent upon the Hollywood Boulevard location. They're absolutely dependent upon that. That's their cash cow. And that's gone. But I could legitimately see a case where they made $100 yesterday. $100 doesn't even take care of the utilities for the building, not even close. Those bright ass lights and stuff, I'm sure their utility bill is fairly high. So I mean, this is the time of year when they need the money. If you're watching TV right now, what is on TV? A lot of commercials to donate. This is the time of year. This is when they're getting their budget together. Not only that, but they're also getting their recruitment together. Individuals. Remember, it's one thing if they buy a book and a seminar on the spot. It's another thing if they become members and buy more and more shit. It's like reoccurring payments. Well, that's a shame. I was hoping to see a few of them down there. I mean, it's good that they're not. Listen, even though we haven't had people over here warning the public about the Scientologist, The shit is online. The shit is all over social media. All over social media. Like I said, there's 3 ways you can go about, interfering with them in a substantial way. The first one is to literally try to stop people from being recruited. It's the first thing. Let's see what this shit is. Come in and watch a free film. What's the film about? What is it? Die Hard 16? No, it's one movie. It's about the book Dianetics, where they're trying to sell it to you. The Modern Science of Mental Health has been a bestseller for over 60 years. It has over 22 million copies in circulation, blah, 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 blah. It's the most popular book on the mind ever written. These guys will give it away and act like, oh, people were buying it. Find what is controlling your life and how to get rid of the reactive mind and achieve your goals. Right, get rid of the reactive mind.
Okay, I'm trying it a new way here. So I'm going to talk while he walks. And thanks for watching. Let's see here. Can you tell the difference at the recruitment center from before when Streets LA started protesting to now? The difference? Not sure what you mean. It looks the exact same from before. Hey, Lewis. Hey, Summer. Health. Hello again. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm not watching, but yeah, I'll see what I can do. So he's on LRHOA right now. That's where I used to walk, and I actually used to audit people right here at that bench. In fact, I used to audit the staff members, and I'd take them right out to that bench, and I would sit them down, and I'd ask them the commands of whatever auditing they were getting. For example, I would say, look around here and find something you could have. Look around here and find something you could touch. Look around here and find something you could reach. And those commands over and over for a few hours until their face would brighten up, and like the skin tone would get darker and or brighter. And I'm trying to explain it in different terms, never in terms, I guess, than versus Scientology terms. So then they have a cognition, which is in Scientology, it's a new what they call it is a new awareness about life. What really it is you've made an agreement about a certain thing. And so the next agreement will be based on the last agreement. And so the bridge is like these series of agreements about who you are. So yeah, this is so he's right alongside this walkway in the he walked alongside it, and there was like a green area, pasture area with trees. Well, along there's like this walkway, and that's the main area where staff members could look through the glass and see the protesters. Because when I was auditing staff, a lot of them would tell me that they would look at the protester signs, and they would read the signs, and they would have questions about it and stuff. And then I'd write it all down, and I'd show them the information that we had to dead agent it to make it that the stuff that the protesters were saying seems stupid or silly. I used to do it all the time. Did you audit with an e-meter outside? No, I did not audit with an e-meter outside. However, I did. There is a course that you have to do where you have to go out and find someone who has never done any Scientology, and you have to give them an auditing session with an e-meter. And I was particularly good at this. And I would go out and I'd walk around this building right here that we're looking at, and I'd walk around to the stores, and I'd find somebody who had never done any Scientology. I had my e-meter with me, and I had to tell security that I was going off the base. I had to tell the security. So, yes, I had to tell the security that I was going off the base and that I was never going very far, only a few blocks. I audited somebody in the 99-cent store on the corner. In the back of it, I did a new era Dianetics auditing session with the e-meter to full M phenomena according to what L. Ron Hubbard had required. And I wrote down like on the worksheets and everything, and I brought it back, and I finished the course that way. Now, like I was really good at with getting the never ends to come into the test center and to do these e-meter tests like alongside the test center, and also really good at putting never ends on the meter and doing auditing on them. So the other course people would be on the same course, and when they were having trouble going out and finding never ends to do their auditing, like some people would be on this practical for months because they couldn't do it. So they would come to me, and I would show them, I'd tell them how to do it, or I would tell them everything that I knew about how to do it. I just said you have to just to handle the public individual, which is where Scientology L. Ron Hubbard reference, where he says you've got to just control them. Here is what is next. Did you audit public Scientology? Yes, I did. I audited a lot of staff, mostly 90% staff members, but I did audit 10% public because I was really highly trained as what they call a class 6 auditor. And only class 6s can do like certain actions on people. And there's a couple public parishioners that had come in who had potentially been implanted by psychiatry. And so there's this special confessional that I had to do on them, and some repair auditing that you have to do in order to audit them and find out if they were sent by psychiatry to hurt Scientology, and to clear that up if they were, and to report it all and stuff. So public would come in and get and pay for this procedure. It's pretty expensive. So I was like one of the only people in the whole world that could do it. So I ended up doing those on people. Good question. So, uh, so the where right now is the Horseshoe, and this is Catalina Street, and this is actually right where I would escape daily. There's a camera that is not there. It used to not be there. It's there now, but there was a camera on a corner door, or no camera on a corner door. I used to run out there, cross the street, and then I'd duck behind cars, and then I'd run along um, to get away. So before security could come and like stop me and be like, "Hey, what are you doing? What should you be on post right now?" And then they would call my senior or something, and then I'd be in trouble because I was trying to go eat some food at the Chinese restaurant nearby when, you know, um, this just sucks. I was just trying to get something to eat. So now we're going right here. This is the this gated community area is where they park all their cars for the um delivering of materials, and that thing on the right, that's a big compactor, and the shredding room is right next to that on the left. That gray van right there, don't know what that is. Probably chairman of the board's uh personal van, because I've seen it and that's kind of like what it looks like. But I saw it like 10 years ago, and he's probably updated it since then. Sea Org member, yes. Um, she is coming probably from the CTO, Continental Training Org. That is where all of the staff members, Sea Org members, are trained. Is in this building that has the funky trees right in front with the blue, and is right in front of behind next to the Prime van. I'm saying all these descriptions because there could be a video lag. I don't know how this is working exactly. So that is the staff training org. That is where they do all the staff auditing. That is where I did staff auditing on other staff members. I did also training on the staff members in this building. So yeah, I did training on the staff members in that building, the Continental Training Org. And as he walks up and around, he walks up Catalina Street. There was a bike person that is a security camera that he's looking at. That one can see it can move and turn. Um, uh, let's see what else. They're walking up Catalina Street. This reminds me of a time when Huck and I were walking down this street back to the base after we had blown off the base. We had escaped the base for about an hour and a half, and we went out and we bought ramen noodle, and we bought some magazines. They were like not X-rated or anything. They were just but we hid them in our pants anyways. It was some kind of like MTV magazine thing. And that yep, that's what we were doing. We were walking back, and Tim Cleany was on a bicycle just like that. And he came right up to us and he stopped us and he was like, "Where are you?" And then we got in huge trouble. We got taken up at the base briefing in front of like 1,000 people, both of us. And we were told that we were degraded beings, and that we were lowest ethics level, and that we were both assigned the condition of treason. And we had shortened meal breaks, and um, I mean, we were already barely getting pay, like $12 pay at that by that time that week, that every week that month. And then this is really helpful. It's so triggering. That's tough at leaving Scientology, Lewis. Thanks. Hi, Louie. Always good to see you. Thanks. Super pup. So, where are we now? We are walking up Catalina on the corner, sort of curving around. That's the camera I'm talking about. That's why I could never escape on this route, the Sunset route, because that camera can see really far. They have cameras on the top of the building as well, but those cameras are really good. When I used to work in security from the year 1999 to 2003, I they told us about all these different cameras, and Jennifer and I, my wife at the time, she and I, we um, put hundreds and hundreds of feet of camera cords everywhere, you know? And they were like tiny cameras, and there's these big cameras and these ones you can turn around and move, and they've got this control center with all these TV screens up, and you can flip between them. They've got two people on that, and then I've always got two bikers, and um they've got like a whole thing there. Got weapons there. Where is Shelly? Couldn't tell you. I never even saw her when I was in the Sea Org. I never even saw Shelly McCus ever, like not even at an event. And so I didn't even know her first name. To be honest with you, I just knew Dave Miscavige had a wife, and I didn't even know him as Dave Miscavige. He was always Cob. Cob. That is where that is the main church for the test center right there. It's called LA Org, and then it's the main church for the test center that is in on the stars, Walk of Stars area. I don't know what the freaking address is. And this right here is where all of their main activities and services are, and the test center is where they get more and more new people. They try to find new people through there, but I've never really seen it work. I've never seen it work well. I've never seen someone go from like never in to all the way up. The most of the people that I always dealt with was how people, when they got to me already, the the services that I delivered, when people got to me, they were already seasoned Scientologists. They were already past the point of never in. I never talked to like a real never in. hardly ever, except for like at a store. Hope you can hear me, and there's like a total lag on my side. Has there ever been a mass amount of people escaping at one time? Yes, absolutely. And it is right before the holidays. It is right now. And the reason why that is because everyone is thinking about how they can go out for the holidays. I know this because I was a staff section officer at my org. Everyone is thinking about how are they going to go and see their family? How are they going to do it? Are they going to do it as like a 3-day thing? Or are they going to try to take a full LOA, leave of absence, where it's more than 3 days and it's like a whole week? Like, how are they going to do that? They'll have to get covered on their post. They're going to have to get their completed staff work approved by all of their seniors, and they're going to have to, they've just got to get all these approvals. So everyone's thinking about leaving. They're just thinking about leaving the Sea Org and to go because they're not thinking when you leave. I don't know. I mean, if you leave the base, are you leaving it for 3 days? Yes. So everyone's thinking about leaving, literally thinking about leaving. So there's a lot of blows, especially around December. Then there's a lot of pressure from the event. There's a lot of call-in. What you saw on December 16th was not really an event. That they probably didn't even have public there, and except for like to fill the seats for the camera, and they probably just did digital people. Because I know because the event that we would do all the call in for would be like for the event that we would do all the call in for was at the end of the month. And that was serious pressure right there. It was like every day, everyone has to do like 2 hours of event call in to get people, and you have to call lists of people. I was always really good at it because I would pre-game, and I'd go there with, already people confirmed that I'd memorized, and then I'd go there and just be like, "Beam, boom, boom," and I'd try to escape out the door because they have you in this room with no windows. Everyone's in there in the call-in area, and they call it call-in, the boiler room. Oh, I guess that's it. Yeah, so everyone's in there at the um, boiler room, and we're all doing the call-in and stuff, and so there's a lot of pressure at that time. And and there's another thing in which it's getting cold. So when it gets cold, people get sick. And in Scientology, sickness means that you are connected to a suppressive person. And when that happens, you are considered a label, which is like a condition, and you do not have certain rights as a Sea Org member because you have this condition. You cannot drive, you cannot leave the base, you cannot. In some cases, you cannot attend org awards, which is at the end of each week for 1 hour, where you get to eat pizza and watch part of a movie. Then you go to bed. Sucks. So you're thinking about all this pressure. You want to leave. You're getting colds, people with colds. You're trying to get I was trying to get people in session, the people with colds, and the people with the colds now they're bad indicators. That's a bad indicator when someone has a cold. And so the staff members so the more bad indicators happen during the cold and the holiday season. So like a cold in the holiday season. We used to have a percentage of our staff members, and we keep exact, and we'd have 102 staff members. And this is Yvonne and I. So she would to we'd have the older people who were like bedridden. Those were like all the geriatrics people who couldn't really work anymore. Then we'd have all the people that were sick or ill or had gotten into an accident. Then we had all the people who wanted to leave. Then we had all the people who were pregnant. and we had all the people who looked bad indicators, some kind of bad indicator, where they were just like seriously out ethics. So this list made up 60 or 70% of the staff were these people. So all of them are thinking about leaving. All of them are. They've thought about it. So are they escaping? Yes, by getting through their leaving staff security check. Yes, I was doing those security staff confessionals, and part of it is I used to get staff through them. So when I would get them through them, I would get the staff members through the section. Okay, so let me just tell you something. In order to leave, and I call it escape. If you leave, you have to get a confessional, and it's about 40 hours. Probably most people that are watching now already know this, but it's about 40 hours. I was the only one in my whole org that could do these confessionals. So I was doing them on all the staff members I wanted to leave. And sometimes during the meetings that I would have about our security threats, the main guy handling the group, this council, he would call it, he would put the pressure on us to just get rid of staff, get rid of the ones that we don't need. And he would go through the list and he would say, like, this person we don't need, this person we can get rid of. So there are people who we can get rid of. So me and Yvonne, we would make a battle plan and we'd figure out how I could intensively get them through their leaving confessional. And that's where I came in. I would do their leaving confessional. I'd get them through it and I'd get them onto the next step, which is they have to sign their affidavit, notary thing for like 30 minutes and on video. And then they get their $1,000 and they leave. So that's what I used to do. So I was getting a lot of people out during the holiday season and the cold season, and there was a lot of people literally blowing, like running away. There was always people running away every year. Then there are just yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say about that. Let me go through the comments here. What do combat Scientology do you think is the most effective way? Just being in the never-end world. Jose, a lot left late. Yeah. So, okay. Okay, thanks. Oh, thanks. It's a nice, it's keeps me warm. I'm in my basement. What do you think is the most effective method? I think I already saw that one. Do CR members exchange gifts at Christmas? No, yes. No, yes, no, yes. Well, basically, I never gave anyone a gift. No. No one ever gave me a gift. You don't get enough money to do anything other than the Kris Kringle. And I used to love the Kris Kringle because you could make it fun and stuff and try to guess who it was and stuff. But look, Juicy Rumors exchange gifts at Christmas. Other than giving money to when I went to pick up my bonus, my Christmas bonus, which was about $60 at the very end. That was the last one that I got, $60. And this is in 2012. I was in lower conditions, so I got a really bad bonus. And $60, and some people got $120 and $200 supposedly. I heard the rumors. And I don't even remember what I was saying. I think I'm gonna end soon. I'm getting really hungry. Let me hey Louie. Hey Selena. We used to call the basement at the Palo Alto mission the boiler room. Yes, the boiler room. That's it. Yeah. Oh my god. You know what's so funny about that? Alex Jens. He, rest in peace. He was the king of event calling. He was like the one that was looked upon by chairman of the board, RTC, little Captain Davy of the fake space navy. And he would look and hope that he would get the greatest turnout for his wonderful events. And Alex Jens used to just use his real loud voice to like get people pepped up and stuff. And he was just really good at like pepping people up regarding things. He was also extremely smart and he could speak clearly, very clearly. And then he passed away a few years ago, I think 2017. He's the son of Heber Jens. He was in our boiler room. What's the Kris Kringle? It's where you basically everyone puts their name in a hat. Everyone draws a name, and then you give secretly that person gifts for like 5 days until you have a final gift, and then that's a Kris Kringle. Agree about the hat. You're looking mighty cute, Lewis. Oh, thanks. Yes, exactly. Secret Santa. Well, let's see here. I guess I am going to end off. Thanks for watching. And it's been wonderful being here with you. Thank you for watching, really, on the replay as well, if you get this far.